All right, guys. Today we're going to be talking about cell energy and we're going to do a little draw along. So, first thing we need is the source of all energy for our planet, and that's going to be the sun. Why is this not got to focus? There we go. Okay. So we start off with the sun, and that provides all of the energy for our planet for the most part. We've got a couple like funky little things that live in the ocean vents and stuff, but yeah, the sun powers our planet. And then we have organisms like us over here, okay, that don't get our energy from the sun. Okay, we don't get our energy from the sun, right? Okay. We are not photosynthetic. We are heterotrophs. So a heterotroph is an organism that needs to eat something for energy. It does not get its energy directly from the sun. So how does the energy go from here to here? And that's what this unit is all about. So step one is photosynthesis. Okay, photo means light, synthesis means to make. So the first thing that we need for photosynthesis to take place is a photosynthetic organism. Okay, and a photosynthetic organism can be a plant. It might also be like a little phytoplankton. I don't want you to forget about the phytoplankton. They're photosynthetic protista that kind of live along the surface of the ocean. It can also be a plant. Anything that has a organelle, special little organelle called a chloroplast. Okay, so for photosynthesis to take place, we have to have a photosynthetic organism. And the photosynthetic organism is going to take carbon dioxide and water and it's going to take this carbon dioxide and water inside of the chloroplast and it's going to convert it into glucose and oxygen. Okay, and then just a little reminder, these are called reactants because they react with each other to produce the products. Okay, so your reactants and your products. Now, you should be able to remember this. I sometimes think like if Granny asked you to keep an eye on her plants while she was going on a cruise, you would make sure that they're getting sunlight, right? The plants need sunshine. They need to be watered. You don't need to do anything. They're just taking in carbon dioxide and they're going to produce glucose and oxygen. All right, so that's photosynthesis. What's neat about this is that the products of photosynthesis become the reactants of our next step of energy transformation. Our next step of energy transformation is called cellular respiration. Okay, and cellular respiration is going to take that glucose and oxygen, GLU. Okay, but it's not going to happen in, it does happen in plants. It can happen in plants, and it can also happen in heterotrophic organisms like people or like dogs. I'll draw a picture of a dog. All right, like a dog. Let me give him a tail. All right, so it can happen in cellular respiration happens in plants. It happens in all living organisms like this, okay? It's going to take in not all living organisms, eukaryotic cellular respiration. Takes in the glucose, takes in the oxygen, and those are the reactants now. Now these have become the reactants. And it's going to give off, here's where it's a little tricky, carbon dioxide, water, and our very super special molecule ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. Let me just write that better. Triphosphate. Okay, adenosine triphosphate, ATP. And this is the energy molecule for cells. This is the energy molecule for cells. So when you take in some glucose and you take in some oxygen, your body's creating the energy that your cells need to do those cellular things like we talked about, active transport, active transport. Okay, this is cellular energy. Okay, and that is how the energy goes from the sun to the organisms that can't undergo photosynthesis because we're heterotrophic. We need to kind of eat something in order for those energy conversions, those energy conversions to take place. So one more time, the energy goes from the sunlight into the process of photosynthesis, where photosynthetic organisms are going to absorb the sun's energy with carbon dioxide and water in the chloroplast. It's going to turn it into glucose and oxygen. During cellular respiration, non-photosynthetic eukaryotic organisms are going to take that glucose and oxygen that was produced over here, and it's going to be converted into carbon dioxide, water, and ATP. And ATP is the gas in the gas tank for cells. It is where active transport comes in. Remember our endocytosis and our exocytosis. It's what fuels your cells. Okay? I hope you enjoyed my drawings, and I will talk to you soon.